So we want to ask more questions about you, Tajan, and put you in the hot seat a bit. So my first question is, how do you like Inter?
Yeah, so far, can't complain. Loving it. Uh, team's doing very well, winning a lot of games. City is good, food's good. So far, I can't complain. It's been, very good.
Are you settled there? You have a place?
Yeah. So just moved in a few weeks ago. My stuff from Belgium has made it. So yeah, now I'm all settled, and now it's just focusing on football and yeah, trying to adapt as quick as possible.
Are you in an apartment or a house?
Yeah. I live in an apartment right now near the main center of Milan. It's where a lot of the players live, and yeah, it's a nice little spot.
And I know you haven't been there for a long time, but what's the difference? I mean, I've lived in Belgium too, and I haven't been to Italy yet. But what's the difference in Belgium and Italy?
Yeah, I think it's a big difference. City wise, Milan's a much bigger city. I always said it feels a lot like North America. Big buildings, condos, people live in. Whereas Belgium wasn't really like that. It was a very small historic city. And then yeah, from a club wise, I think it's just a massive step up. You you really see the differences when you arrive, and how you as a player is treated, and yeah, it's something I always wanted to experience, and happy I'm doing that now.
Do you go not out a lot, but do you go like out walking and to the city?
Yeah, no, honestly, the only time I really go out is when my girlfriend's visiting me. Uh, but for the most time, I'm a home guy. I just chill, watch Netflix, play video games, and yeah, I know Kyle could speak on that because when he was in Belgium, many times he wanted to go do stuff, and I was always just
Yeah, this guy aired me. Didn't answer the messages. I messaged him right and didn't get answered until the next morning.
yeah. No, I'm a home guy. I just chill at home and just
So you're more home. I don't like doing stuff with you and get curl up in the bed for not going nowhere.
yeah, it's true still.
Like, can you say you guys are winning the league this season?
I'm not gonna speak on that honestly. I think you have to take it game by game.
Nah, come on, man. Come
No,
on.
I think I think we're in a very very good position that we could all say.
Don't give me those answers.
No.
I'm not a journalist.
Yo,
You know exactly.
No,
I don't know.
yo.
It's more than 10 points.
it's I think it's 14 points right
14 points.
Yeah, 14
with how
points.
many- maybe 9, 10 games left maximum.
now. Yeah, I think 9 games left. But like I said, I'm not gonna say anything like that. I'm just gonna take it game by game, and yeah, I think if something was to happen, it's in our own hands. We would be the ones to blame.
I'll sing for you then. You guys are winning the
Yeah, you're with us, brother.
It's clear to see. You guys are honestly for you. You have to stay professional and you can't get ahead of yourself because obviously there's still games to play.
Of course, yeah.
We all know it.
How do you compare the players, the difference? I play in Belgium with the players, but how do you compare the players from, like, it's a step up in club wise also, but in player wise, quality wise, how do you compare?
Yeah, I think it's a massive step up. You have some of the best players in the world playing on the team. Guys that have played in, on big teams, big leagues, won World Cups, won Champions Leagues. So yeah, for me to walk into that locker room on the first day, it was, definitely an eye opener. And yeah, no, to be able to see what they do on a regular basis and take in what they do every day is, I think, only going to help me as a player.
And also, the coach is he high on tactics? Is he a guy that has like a system in place and wants the team to play like this, or is he puts obviously something in place but gives the freedom to players to move around a lot? Because I see in inter games, I see your midfielders almost as center backs, and there's like a lot of rotation, a lot of movement.
Yeah, I think he's very tactical. They say Italy, it's a very tactical league. Uh, and yeah, the coach, everyone knows their role and has a specific role in the system. Obviously, we play 3-5-2, and yeah, you see a lot of changes. Center backs rolling out or midfielders dropping down. As long as you're always still in that formation, that's what he wants. And yeah, it's made a huge difference in the league this year, being 14 points ahead. So yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know went to the same school.
You guys did?
Yeah, in Brampton.
And being champion, yeah.
It's my son.
Look what he's doing to me right now.
My son is my life. Yeah,
Yeah, I went to the same school, but
I
we
think we
didn't
missed
cross
each other.
paths. Yeah,
Yeah.
you left when I came.
when I just came, yeah.
Why do you think there's so many like good players that come out of Brampton and the Toronto area?
It's crazy because we get asked this question a lot, but I actually don't know.
I think there's just a big soccer community in that area that not a lot of people knew about. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think our school had a lot of great soccer players playing there.
Well, was it very popular in your school, like soccer?
Yeah.
Is it not more like basketball?
No, I think soccer. I think when I was playing there, we won 3 years straight. Out of the 4 years I was there, we won 3. So I think.
Well, is there any like other big names that we know that you played with at the time?
Osorio was there. Actually, Osorio went to my school.
Yeah.
Jonathan, yeah.
So you guys played together?
Yeah, I played with him for a year or 2. I think 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think 1 or 2. Did anyone else? Who else came from there?
I think that's it.
Like players that are playing at the high level now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just us.
I mean, at the time when I was there was a lot of like big names on the national team at the time on TFC Academy. So it was like a lot of soccer players went to the school, but obviously at the level now.
Yeah, not a lot of players at the level now, but like
yeah, me, you, and
TFC,
also I think, yeah.
TFC, like the academy teams.
But how can you guys speaking to me that now I'm getting the sense that school soccer was like being very big at the school. For me was I was like the opposite. But school soccer was like something you just put to the side. You just play because you're in the school. But other than that, you have your club on the side, which is more important in a way. You guys are speaking to me like.
I think in Brampton, the soccer was a big thing, and the culture around it was big. I know the camping games, like it was full around the whole pitch. It was full. No.
Yeah, it was full, and we even had it was I don't know if you guys had it, but I think so. It was the futsal league.
Futsal league, yeah.
It's called
futsal league.
CSL.
And after school was full. The whole gym was full. So I think it was a big culture, like football culture in Brampton. Man. I don't think a lot of people knew about.
Not heard. That's impressive.
Nothing happened.
I mean, there's like 5-6 people watching.
No, we had
The big sports for us were volleyball and basketball. Volleyball was like a sport that we loved. This sport. I played, but
like you played volleyball.
Yeah, I played volleyball.
You good?
I like to say I was decent. I was short, so I was short, so I had to be a digger.
Pause. Hold on there. Pause. Okay, yeah.
But, so it was just like the more defensive position.
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to anticipate where the ball's gonna land and pause. Yeah, but yeah, it was just I was short, so I wasn't the best, but I think in the team that we had, I was very respected.
Wait, you went to IMG?
Yeah, I played a showcase there. Yeah.
You moved to Colorado?
Yeah.
I'm going to the U.S.
Yeah.
So you were born here in Canada?
So yeah, I was born in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in Brampton.
Yeah.
I left Canada grade 10, so I went to 2 years at Campion.
You didn't finish.
No, I didn't graduate from St. Edmund Campion. I graduated high school in America. So then I moved to Colorado in end of grade 10, and then went to high school grade 11, 12 there, and I was playing academy for Real Colorado Academy. It's called.
Why did you move? like grade 10? Was it like families moving, or was it specifically for
Yeah.
soccer?
At the time, it was for soccer because they had a good academy there, good program, and I made the decision I wanted to go play at university. I wanted to get a D1 scholarship. So I ended up moving with, he was my coach at the time. He got a new job opportunity, and his son, obviously one of my best friends today still, played on the same team, so he was going there. And yeah, basically I said I wanted to go also and experience that. And yeah, I got that opportunity, and then I was playing academy ball in the US for those 2 years, and yeah, I went to school there.
So after that, you went to Syracuse, right?
Yeah, I went to.
But just before you touch on that, so you're playing for the Rapids for.
It wasn't the Rapids.
Was it
It was
Rapids?
so there is 3 academies in Colorado: Rapids, Real Colorado, and it was called Colorado Rush.
Yeah.
At the time, the best was actually Real Colorado. Produced actually some players. They had a women's team also, like so a lot of girls on the U.S. national team and stuff like that today. So yeah, I was playing for them.
The best one.
Yeah. At the time, we were the best academy in Colorado. Yeah.
So after those 2 years, was it like just like a complete stop with that, or it was because I don't know how it works, obviously, but if in what grade, I don't know, you had 2 years left in school and you're playing for an academy, and at the time you would have to be, what, 17, 18?
Yeah.
So after that, you don't continue in the academy?
No, because then it's like a normal, like academy, like Sigma, for example. You get to a certain age where it's either you decide to go play college or you just stop playing because they don't have a first team. Yeah, so
Did they have a league at least?
so it's called DA, Development Academy,
Yeah,
or
but
something
it's not
like that.
like
It's
that.
the US league that so we played against like FC Dallas, the Rapids. We played against all those teams. So yeah, basically when you graduate high school, it's everyone goes their own way now. Either D1 or you go try professional opportunities, and obviously I got a scholarship to Syracuse, so then it was just going to Syracuse from there.
And the scholarship, they pay for your.
Yeah, basically they pay for your schooling, your housing, stuff like that. Obviously there's different parts of a scholarship. Either guys get full ride or whatever it is that you get.
Okay.
So yeah, basically they paid for me to go to school and went to Syracuse for 2 years, and then yeah, from there entered the MLS draft, and that's when journey all started.
When was that invented, Loja? Do you know? You even went.
Yeah,
No?
I don't know when it was invented.
Must have been way back.
It's way before me. Probably when the league started. Closer to the when the league.
I didn't know. I thought it was like something like.
Recent?
Not recent.
No,
Not recent, but maybe like it was like 2016.
No, it was before that.
Well, you can only really go into the draft as a senior,
No,
unless you get a Generation Adidas. No?
Yeah, let's see.
yeah.
That's-
So that's the only way you could really go into
So how many years did you have to do before then to be a senior?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless you get it's called Generation Adidas, where you can leave as a freshman first year
I think they can draft you without being in college now, no?
without being in college. No, I'm not sure.
like the NBA, they can draft players.
That's different though.
It's different.
NBA, I
Yes,
think,
I
is
see.
different from MLS. I'm
But I
not sure.
think now you can also draft from the CPL.
Yeah, you can.
To MLS?
Yeah.
Really?
I believe so. If they didn't be inventing stuff, but I think
Hey,
that's
right
Yeah,
there,
I'm not,
mentioned.
yeah, I'm not sure still.
I'll check up on that.
But for me, that's crazy to think that only to enter the draft, you have to do 4 years of college.
Yeah.
That, for me, this is the thing that I find crazy. That's what makes the biggest difference between, like Europe and North America, is things like this. Obviously, I don't know who put the system in place or how it can change, but I feel like you're just at a disadvantage. Like players in Europe are training every day in top environments and going pro. So many players are going pro 16, 17, 18. And yourself to go pro, you have to be at least 21, 22. I think that puts you maybe like 3-4 years in disadvantage. And after that, I think it's so hard to catch up.
No, I definitely agree. So for you, obviously you went to Belgium what age?
The first time I went on trial, in Ghent, I was 16. Obviously, with the European rules, I could only play until I was 18.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah, so my first trial I went at 16. Then obviously I still had school. So I went back to school. Next year I came again for another trial. And after that one, that's when they decided to take me. But I had to train with them until I was 18, so I really couldn't play, which wasn't easy, obviously. But I also heard you came to get on trial.
Yeah, I did.
Could have been teammates.
I came to Ghent on trial. What was it? After my first year at Syracuse, it was like just a summer, a little 2-week thing, and yeah, actually, I mean, think about it now. I can't believe I went to Ghent with the rivalry between Bruges and Ghent, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, Ghent could have had me at one point, but obviously things didn't go the way they did, and yeah, I can't complain about that now.
Were you on trial with the second team at the time?
Yeah, at the time it was the second team. Honestly, it was for the first time I ever experienced Europe football, and it was at the time a good level. And yeah, I took a lot of things away from that to bring back into that next season at Syracuse, and then from there, obviously decided to go into the MLS draft and see where that was going to take me.
I kind of thought, like, I don't know how obviously every academy is put in place, but for me, when I first came to Ghent, I was a bit surprised because obviously it's not the first team, so it's different, but I would expect, academies to have their own, their own facilities, their own training pitches and everything like this. We did have a place where it was for the younger guys, the second team, and even like the U8s until all the way up. But sometimes, like when I was on trial, the first time I think I went to train in like a school. So I took a minibus and went to train in a school. We changed into the school locker room. You could go, there was like swings all around, and we were just training there. And obviously I found out really weird, but obviously you can't say nothing. You're there to try to win a spot, so I can't really say nothing. But
I think it depends where you go.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe you go to academy in England,
Yeah,
like the Chelsea under Chelsea.
Yeah.
Probably this.
I think England is like the biggest.
Yeah, but even probably like Sporting in these academies where that big players come from.
But for me, again, is a big club in Belgium. So
Yeah.
that's why maybe I was a bit surprised. But
Yeah.
overall, everything ended up going well.
How about your recent success in the league and in conference league? Like, how's it going?
Right now, it's going very well. Personally, it's going very well. I think since the start of 2024, I think I've been in very good form. It's almost like this. There's no really explanation. People ask me all the time. Like, how are you so informed? Like, scoring every game. How do you do it? Like, I think you can even answer this like me. As a striker, there's no real explanation. It's like sometimes you just feel as you score, it just comes naturally. Just feel like the next game you're always gonna score just because you have that feeling that you just always keep scoring. So yeah, for me personally, it's been well. I think for the team, we're still in a good spot. I think we have 3 hard games coming up, and it's gonna be tough, obviously. But I think we can make some good things this season.
So you're trying to push for Champions League for the next season?
I'll give you the same answer like Dejan gave me.
I'll see.
You guys are close.
Yeah, we're taking it game by game.
It's so close from the 2nd to maybe like the 7th. There's like 4 or 5 points difference between all of us. So I think it's so tight you can't really say what's gonna happen. It's really game by game, and you try to win every game you play, really. And you have a cup final coming up. Yeah, Copa del Rey. Where is that? Where's that being played?
In Sevilla.
In Sevilla?
Not Sevilla Stadium. I think it's the National Stadium where the National where they play.
And that's at the end of the season, probably end of May.
No, it's April 6th when I go back.
April 6th.
Yeah, April 6th. Yeah, it's not the end of the season. I normally the cup is the end of the season, right? Yeah, no, yeah, but no, it's April 6th. I think we're the only game playing that weekend. La Liga's not playing.
So you win this trophy, you automatically qualify for Europa League.
You're saying we're gonna win?
No, I'm
Oh, if we win?
winner gets.
Yeah, I think the winner goes to Europa League.
Yeah,
Qualify.
obviously, I think you had no chances.
Yeah,
I think you didn't get to the finals by luck. Obviously, you're playing a good opponent.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good game. I can't wait to watch and hope for the best. Really.
what do you think?
Are you guys gonna win it now? I'm cheering for you.
Okay.
In one game, there's so many things that can happen.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, game, yeah.
you might be playing the last place team. In one game, you can lose. So I think anything can happen, but hope for the best.
I'm gonna go back to Tejan. Why? I mean, I'm a quiet guy, but yeah, I think I know Jonathan's a quiet guy too, but I think you're more quiet than both of us.
I don't think I'm more quiet than
Yeah, you
Jonathan.
are. Yeah, you are. You
No.
are.
You consider yourself a shy guy, and were you shy like growing up in school and things like that?
Right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I would say I'm a shy guy. I've always been, a person to myself growing up. I wasn't really the loud kid. But it's also, when I don't really know a person. Once I'm comfortable with people, like you could ask all my closest friends and stuff, like they'll definitely say I'm the loudest out of everyone in the group. And I think I was always able to show my true personality on the field. And yeah,
Pretty
but yeah,
angry on the pitch.
yeah, I have a screw face. I have a screw face on the field. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a screw face, but it's just, I don't know. That's something I just developed over time. If I'm being honest. But yeah, off the pitch, honestly, I just stay to myself, and yeah, I would definitely consider myself just shy and just chill.
But is that so you knew you were shy?
Yeah.
So because I knew I was shy, but I almost felt like for me it was something not I did on purpose, but at some point, I think I made an effort to be more outgoing, and obviously it opened. I can't really say open many doors, but people would see me more for who I really am. But I think it's something that I do on purpose nowadays. If nowadays you see I'm very quiet, it's on purpose. It's not like I'm being shy, because I think I grew out of that, and I knew I was shy, and I made efforts to grow out of that. Like I would go out of my way to speak to certain people that I wouldn't normally speak to get that comfort. And now I think I'm really, I'm cool with talking to anyone. I think at any time, really.
I think it comes with as you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now you're going to enter. I think you have to open up, or you have to become a bigger personality. You play with big guys on the team who have big personalities,
Exactly.
And for Jai, the same thing. I think as you went up from Gan to Lille to bigger, playing Champions League, I think it comes with time as a player, as a person. So
I had a question about Inter, because I know your team is a team of, I want to say the youngest guys, but you are very, not old, but just of age, and very experienced players. I was thinking to myself, sometimes when training get intense, do some players really not lose their minds, but does it get a bit chippy in a way?
Yeah, I think no, it definitely does get chippy. I think everyone's there to compete. Everyone wants to play the games, and obviously you have guys that have played on big teams, in big leagues, and yeah, when you're not playing and you want to play, I think sometimes things like that come out. And at the end of the day, it's always good for the team. It's to push everyone. Obviously we all know who the starters are on the team, and it's to push them. And yeah, so probably definitely on your guys' clubs, stuff like that happens also, but it's only for the good.
Since you've been there, have you seen a fight?
If I'm being honest, no, because since I've been there, we've only lost one game, which was in the Champions League, and it was on PKs. So it's been good vibes, if I'm being honest. Like, I haven't experienced a loss in the league yet. And yeah, so nothing to complain about, even to fight about right now in this time being at the club.
Okay. I have a question for both of you. Is why do we in the national team, why do we fight so much? Like
Our team?
yeah, our team. Like, why do we fight so much against other teams? If it's Panama, Mexico, the US even. Like, why do we fight so much?
I think they have a chip on the shoulder. I don't know why. I think when we see one of our teammates, one guy trying to act like he's bigger than one of our teammates or something like that, I think we go to back him up, or I think because we know we can compete with these guys and they're not better than us. I think that's the big reason why.
Would you say it's like to you get respected, to show them you think you're better than us, but we're here too?
Yeah, and I think it's to gain the respect, and I think now teams do. I think since we've been playing like that, I mean, I think we've always played like that since we were together, and I think a lot of the guys been here together for a long time, and they know where the national team was at, and to get to the next level, you have to be like this. You're gonna play against some of the best players or some of the strongest players in the world and best teams. So I think you have to bring that. Yeah. This guy's he's always fighting. He should know.
So, no, okay.
Always backing him
Who would
up.
you say are the most hotheads on the team then?
First one
It's not me.
is Richie.
Yeah,
Richie
okay.
Loria. You're close. You're close. I had to stop you one time in Bruges.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did go through a period at Bruges where
You were gonna
I was
box
hothead.
somebody.
I was hothead.
I had to stop you.
I don't know why still.
I was asking that question because I remember the Gold Cup, the semifinal against Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I was in there, and I think Cal got injured at that point. He also was in there, but you played and scored that game. But when there was a fight, I felt like it was long. I felt like it was long, and you're seeing Kamal running from the touchline to the center, trying to chase people. You're seeing Daniil in there. And I'm saying to myself, why are we always fighting? Like, there's some I can understand, you know?
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just asking to myself, like, why are we always fighting? Even against Panama. Against Panama at home in the qualifiers, when there's a guy tried to take the corner and Daniil, was
Oh, yeah.
was at the corner with he's trying to play with him. I don't understand why we all come in running from the bench. Nothing even happened yet.
Yeah.
But obviously, if their bench comes, then we have to go. But if players are already there, there's no reason for us to come. But
So I think it gives us energy. It gives us energy. I think once that happened, the guys are they get a different type of energy.
Yeah,
you agree with that?
I agree with that. Yeah, I think
Every time we fought,
we're
never
ready to
lost.
compete. Yeah,
Did we lose?
We lost against Mexico.
Yeah, we lost that one still.
Yeah.
But majority of the time we won.
Yeah. But if it gives us energy, then okay, I'll take it. Doesn't personally give me energy.
For a lot of the guys on the team, we give them all for it.
honestly, me now I'm calm. I don't remember the last time I beefed someone on the pitch. Actually, I take that back.
When was that?
I was cussing the ref last game in Inter.
Dude, I want to ask you a question. What was your first big purchase?
First big purchase.
Actually, what was your
My biggest purchase, I would probably say first apartment in Toronto.
Yeah. What was that?
It was actually recently, just
Yesterday?
before the
That's
new
good.
year. Yeah, closed on my first apartment. So yeah, that was definitely the biggest.
But your first big purchase as a pro.
As a pro,
Like when you became professional.
yeah, probably my first watch, Rolex. Yeah. Why are you saying food?
First purchase Rolex.
Oh no,
No,
like
like-
biggest.
Oh,
Yeah.
biggest.
As my first purchase was a toiletry bag, Louis Vuitton.
Still,
That's not hood. Like that's something you use every day.
To be honest, I don't.
Yeah, but
But it's a name brand. Yeah, it's name brand.
Yeah, but that was
And the
like
first Pro
that was
was
like something I knew I was gonna use every day, and I was like, yeah,
Was
I
that
wanna
was
treat
that
myself.
was that from the signing bonus or was that from like the
First, you get
First-
that first
first
salary
week.
check. Yeah,
were you Generation deals?
yeah, I was
Generation,
GA.
yeah, the deals were pretty good back then.
They're nice.
I don't
still.
know about now.
Can't
though.
complain.
Mine was
I don't know.
my deal was nice. For coming out of college, for making nothing to something, it was
Yeah,
nice.
it's decent still.
makes a big difference, huh?
Yeah.
Johnny, what was your first purchase?
My first expensive purchase
Yeah.
was those Balenciaga socks. You know the ones I talk about? Like way back, like 2000, maybe 19.
The shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
like
socks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You were wearing those?
I wore them like 2 times, but after that, I never did.
Yeah, no.
I regret it now. At the time,
They were in.
they were in.
Yeah, they were in. They were in.
They went away fast though.
They didn't even sell them anymore, did they? Those are gone.
You don't sell them there?
No, those are long gone.
Yeah, those are out of style.
I know I've never been to the valley then.
You have them still?
Of course. You want me to sell them?
Yeah, I sell
Who's
those.
gonna buy this?
And Kyle,
Mine?
what was your biggest and your first?
My biggest purchase
Yeah,
as a pro,
as a pro.
probably at home in Toronto, for my family. For
This was your biggest.
yeah, biggest ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then my first as a pro, I think my car, probably because I didn't really buy as a pro. I didn't really when I was in Orlando when I first went pro. I didn't really buy anything like from toiletry bag. I always used the Adidas. And I wasn't really into the buying anything expensive. It was probably a car, Mercedes
Ooh,
C-Class 250. Was the least though. Wasn't like a buy.
but still, ooh.
Is that woo? So it was a neat
If,
one for
if
my
a
friend.
toiletry bag for me is a woo, that's a woo.
But I need to drive somewhere. You don't need a toiletry bag. It's a lease. It's a lease. Is that a buy or no?
So let's get a bit into the Champions League. All you see those quarterfinals coming up. I think you guys all seen the draws. I think all big games. Probably the biggest one in there is Real Madrid against Man City. Any predictions?
For that game?
Yeah, for that game, yeah.
To be honest, I think Real Madrid. I mean, it's because I see them every week. The players play every week. I think they're in great form. I think it's hard to stop them. I mean, but they're playing against City, so I think it's two great teams. And honestly, I don't. If I'm gonna pick, I'll pick Real Madrid.
I'll disagree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from what I've seen obviously it's gonna be a different game, but from what I've seen in those 2 games against Leipzig, obviously Real Madrid.
I think they show up in
Yeah,
big
that's what
games.
people always say to me too.
Like you see them in Leipzig play, but
Maybe
when
they just
big
do the minimum of what's necessary.
yeah. I mean it's different. But they beat us by 1 goal. I mean, they just do the necessary to beat us. But I think in big games they show up.
And I guess we'll see. But for my pick, I think to Man City.
For me, I think Man City also. I think if you look back to, I think they're just the more complete team. Last year, they played Real Madrid also, no? And I think they knocked them out. Even the year before that, that's a game that they should have never lost. Obviously, stuff in football happens, and the football gods were with Real Madrid that day, but
But I don't agree when you say that that's football. That's just football heritage.
That's
To be
what I'm saying.
honest, because if you play PSG, you come back. You play Chelsea, you come back, and then you come back against Man City. Even though Man City was like the most absurd way, I think you can't really say, "Oh, it was lucky," or that's football, because they did it 2 times before. So 3 times, no one can really be surprised.
That's what I said. They show up at big
yeah,
games.
I
When
honestly,
they know it's
but
time, they're showing up.
I think for that season, the football gods were with them.
Yeah.
Like that's different. Like you don't see that happening.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Only the great teams.
and I
can do
think another big thing with that is they always had the second leg at the Bernabeu.
No, it's different, right?
It's different. I think they're starting the tie off at home, and then they have to go to England for the second leg.
I can agree that's gonna be a big factor for them. and also you have Barcelona, PSG. For me, I love Barca, but I just think they're still in reconstruction and you don't have everything settled yet into the team. Obviously, with news that he's leaving the club at the end of the season. Obviously, it's still going to be a good game, but I think for me, PSG takes it comfortably. Can I say? I don't know, but I think so.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, can't argue with that.
I agree also. I think PSG is just with Mbappe. Yeah, Mbappe is just different.
This eats Barcelona.
Like if he really wants to win the game,
He'll do it by himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So for me, the way I see it, because there's the brackets, there's Barcelona, PSG, then Atletico, Dortmund.
Yeah.
For me, when I saw this, I said to myself, PSG to the final, without any too much difficulty. And after that, in one game, this might be the time they win with Messi and Neymar. It's crazy to think, huh? It's always a thing. Without these guys, you can actually get to a final and win it. I think they have the easier route. Yeah. But like we say, in football, anything can happen. I think all great games. I'm excited to watch it. Yeah, let's see what happens. Leverkusen.
Oh, yeah. Man, I haven't really watched them, but
You got it?
I follow them because of what they're doing, but you watch them a lot.
I just see
The results. I
unbeaten.
see them coming back every time. That's all I see.
Yeah.
You look at it the same way you said the footballing gods will Real Madrid in that campaign. I think for Leverkusen, the gods are with them this season because every time in games, that you say it's impossible, they come back in 90 minutes, they score 93, they score 98, they win the game. They did that maybe like 5 times already this season with 10 points ahead of Bayern. For Bayern to have won, I think, Bundesliga 11 times in a row, for Leverkusen to come in and do that to them, obviously it's not the best season, but you've never seen a team with that much lead over Bayern. I think it's impressive. Gives a lot of credit to Xavi for what he's brought to the club and what he's doing. I think it's interesting. I think it's gonna put a lot more attention on the league as it has already. I think ultimately makes people believe that Bundesliga is better.
No, I think when you're playing so well, you're doing the team doing well, and the players on the same page. I think when you're losing games like that, you say the football guys, but I think the luck's gonna be with you all the time, and it's I don't know, it's like you when you're playing and you just know you're gonna score, and I think it's the same thing with them. For them, they're playing and they just know they're gonna win. They know it's coming. I think it's just this same thing. No, I think it's to win so many games and not to lose a game in the season, and I think it's that's not luck.
If they do go unbeaten, I think he's gonna stay in the history forever. And
yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. This has been the Striker Corner, episode 2, with our special guest Tejan Buchanan. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and leave in the comments for any spicy questions you want next, and who else we should have as a guest. And see you next time.